How I make $1,000 a day flipping phones, goddamn. I don't even know how to feel about this, fool. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Drop down in the comment what y'all want to see next, man. Let's get into it, goddamn. Make sure y'all screaming that STA KT too, though, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, though. Bop.
Last year I made a video with my friend Christian who built up an iPhone reselling business from $0 to about $1 million in revenue. And one of the top comments that I got on that video is that the ship has sailed and that this is not a sustainable way to make money. So we decided that we're going to meet back up a year later and prove to all of those people that were commenting on that video that this is still a good business model. They can still make good money flipping iPhones starting with $0 and building it up to tens of thousands of dollars a month like Christian has. So here's how this business works.
iPhone.
Go to a seller website like Facebook Marketplace, find iPhones being sold in your area for a good deal, and drive as far as you have to get that phone. Then you're going to list it back on Facebook or eBay for more than you bought it for. Yeah, it's that simple. So let's see how much profit we can make today. How's it going?
We have another one.
You have another one?
No, so this one was my wife. So
Okay.
the other one was my daughter's old phone.
If you have more, I could come grab them all if you find them
and
today.
I think I have a few older ones as well. I don't know if
Okay.
those are of any appeal, but
I can buy anything above an 8. So I don't know if you want to take a look at what you got.
Okay,
and
sure.
then if you find them, I can stop back on my way back and grab them.
Done.
Sweet. 50.
Awesome.
There you are.
Awesome,
Sweet.
man. Go, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. Take care. Secured. So he has other phones. Like he has his daughter, like he has 2 others that are the same model. So we might pick those up on the way back.
Really?
Yeah.
damn.
First phone is down. Things in
Body
like really
hugging
good
shit? What
condition.
day is
Not gonna
Saturday?
lie.
What phone is it?
It's an 11 64 gigabyte. We bought it for $250 and we should be able to sell it for like, I think $380 to $400 is what I was seeing them for on eBay. So what are we on track to doing? Like $600-700 in profit? Something like that? I think I calculated for the 3 would probably be like $400 or $500. With the additional ones, maybe $600-700. But I don't like to count my money before I've made it. What do you think is the biggest downside to running an iPhone reselling business? I don't know what to do with all this money. The biggest downside, I don't really think about the downsides of inventory, actually. Just straight up inventory. It's a great way to like get started as like a first business because it's like it's real profit right there. There's not a crazy amount of marketing. Apple does the marketing.
I thought I had a lot and I got 3.
Like the barrier to entry is pretty low and you can scale it to a decent place.
There was penny.
But to get to like the million a month profit type place I'd like to get to eventually, it's just like physical things are harder than like a digital product or software or something like that. How's it going? What'd you do? Just upgrade it or?
I went to a Samsung.
Samsung? Do you have any other phones you're looking to sell or just the one?
I do have an 8.
Took an iPhone and
There it is right here.
Samsung.
I'm quite sure what these things
Okay.
are worth. So
I'm gonna be transparent. I sell them around like 100, 110. So I'd be like $50 for it, just like while I'm here.
Okay.
There you are.
Good.
So he has an iPhone 8. Yeah, I offered him $50 for it, and he's gonna reset it for me.
So you're gonna buy it right now?
Yeah, so we're gonna get another 8.
Okay.
Sweet.
There you go.
I'm buying like other phones today. If you're wondering why there's cash coming
No,
from
it's all
everywhere. There you are.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Take care.
man. Have a
If
good
you ever
one.
have phones, let me know. I could buy anything above an 8.
I'm gonna be selling mine because I'm gonna be upgrading soon.
These are the best deals. The best deals are the ones that never ended up on the internet because then you make your offer. So now we're driving all the way back. It's about a 45-minute drive, and we're picking up our 4th load of the day. So you went from selling wholesale phones on eBay to Amazon, and now you're going back to the original business model that you had, which was just going off Facebook Marketplace, finding phones for cheaper and selling them for more. So what was your reasoning behind that? Why did you go back to this? I think people have the wrong idea on how wholesale works with something like this. It's not the same as traditional wholesale with like manufactured goods, where with a typical manufactured good, you're gonna save more by buying in quantity. Whereas with phones, it's like they've already been manufactured and it's a used commodity that's actually difficult to source. So when you buy them from a wholesaler, they're upcharging you compared to what you could find them for on Facebook or whatever because of that, because they're tough to source. Also, you need a lot of capital to do it. You can't, a lot of people reach out and they want to skip this whole part and just like, because they have $10,000 or $20,000 saved up that they think they could do wholesale, You need hundreds of thousands, if not millions, to properly be buying inventory and be able to handle like cash
Oh,
flow for
God.
like how long it takes to get paid for phones if you're selling on platforms like Amazon. The reason we share this is because it's the type of thing where anyone with any amount of money could get into. Like, we literally bought this iPhone 8 for $50 today. If you want to talk about a business you could start that you could make money right away, there was no marketing costs, there was nothing. We spent $50 on this phone, we're going to sell it for like $150, $180. All profit right away. People want to jump to wholesale way too early. I think there's something exciting about buying them individually and seeing your profit right away, seeing 15, 20, 30
Where
grand
the
in a
fuck you
month
buy
profit.
bulk iPhones?
To be honest,
Goddamn.
I'm doing it again, and it's a lot more exciting to me than wholesale
Nigga buy
was.
bulk
Wholesale just feels like
iPhones?
moving money around and a
What
lot
the
more
fuck?
headaches. Speaking of headaches, we pulled up to the Tesla charging station where we were supposed to meet the next seller, and we ran into our first setback of the day. So we got stood up. We kind of jumped the gun and showed up before we fully confirmed we were meeting up. He asked for the address where he'd be coming to and everything. Once we got here, he said he can't make it out there, actually.
Does this happen often?
Not super often, but it is something that happens occasionally. Sometimes people will get a better offer randomly and not show up. In this case, it's kind of our fault. I kind of jumped the gun because we were just like already on a roll for the video. Might be a good lesson. Confirm the details before you show up. Luckily, this doesn't put us that far behind because right after this, we got a text from the first seller saying he has 3 more phones that he could sell us, which brings us to 6 phones bought for the day.
Dang.
3 iPhone 11s that we bought for an average of $250 that we could sell for $380 per phone.
Yeah,
3 iPhone 8s that we
$390
bought for an average of $100 and we could sell each of those for $180, and that brings us to an average profit of $104 per phone so far. So we're just gonna head back, get these listed on eBay, and then hopefully find maybe 1 or 2 more phones for.
Well, now I took my business to the
damn
next
it.
level. It's simple. It's Shopify.
today.
What kind of music
Why
is that?
sell strictly iPhones? Why not sell Androids, other types of phones? What kind of phone do you have? That's an iPhone 12. iPhone. What kind of phone does your mom have? She has an iPhone. What about all your friends? You got like one friend who's like, I got a Samsung. Yeah, that's true. So if like you wanted to have to source goods that are already difficult to source, you'd probably go for the thing that everyone has. And if you're gonna get a good deal, it's because everyone has a phone, and everyone is gonna sell their phone. Well, unless you're really rich, then you just put it in a drawer. And have you tried selling other Apple products? Have you tried iPads, MacBooks? Yeah, you could do, those work, but it's just, I'd rather pick the thing that's easiest to sell. When you break your phone, the next day you go buy a phone. You break your computer, you figure out how to make it work. So like, there's just a lot more volume. Every single person has a phone, and when your phone's broken, it's the first thing you want to replace. So it's just picking the thing with like the most option for scale. You can do every other
Bruh,
things.
you're right,
and I think at a
goddamn.
smaller
What
scale,
device
I'd
y'all be
probably,
on?
like, if you just
Majority of
wanna,
y'all
like,
day.
figure out how to make maybe
Bill
like
home,
$2,000 plus a
goddamn.
week. I think you should probably look into like doing watches, MacBooks, everything, and just like buy them individually. I always have built everything from like how can I scale it to like, and build systems around it. But for your average person, sure, you could probably do MacBooks, watches, whatever. I just would rather pick the thing that everyone has. Yeah. What phone is this? This thing you said? 14 Pro. Flexing. Yes. So at this point, we're messaging a few more sellers, and we're gonna go pick up our last phone of the day. Okay, we're with Mike, who we just picked up candidly. Just right now.
Yo, what's up? You guys just picked me up.
Mike, you also started flipping phones recently. So what made you want to start flipping phones, and how has it gone for you so far? And when did you start?
So I've been flipping cell phones for about 10 months now. Before that, I was doing Uber, wasn't making a ton of money. Christian put me onto this business model, and yeah, it's been going well. It was kind of a steep learning curve with negotiations and everything that goes into finding good deals on Facebook and figuring out how to sell them as well. On average, I'd say I'm making about $1,000 a week. Like the past couple weeks, it was like $1,300 profit, $1,000 profit. I've had a $2,500 week, which was sick. I'm definitely working less than 40 hours a week, maybe somewhere between like 15 and 25 hours a week.
What's been the hardest part?
I find it easier to sell than to buy. Like, there's always a buyer. Even if you have to hold the phone for a month, you'll sell it on Facebook or Kijiji or to a cell phone shop or on eBay. Like, it'll sell. It's just keeping keeping your momentum going with buying. Yeah, if you're someone who's not making money right now, or you're not making a lot of money, then I would say it's definitely worth trying, because you will make money. You need like, you could start this with like $100. Like, you don't really need a lot of money to start. $100 into $1,000. You could turn $100 into $1,000, and then $1,000 into $10,000, and then $10,000 into $100,000. There's not a link in the description where you can see me turn $100 into $1,000, or a full channel where I teach you guys how to flip phones or just make content about phone flipping. So at this point, we were supposed to meet up with the last seller, but he started acting a little bit suspicious. First, he asked us for a deposit just to hold the phone for us. Then we noticed that the address he sent us was in a different city than the one he told us to come to. And then once we noticed that the only picture on his profile was of a cat and his reviews were not great, we asked him to meet at a police station, at which point he tried to reschedule the meeting to tomorrow and then just stopped answering altogether. So I guess we took another L. All right, so we started the day with 3 phones locked in. At one point, we were gonna buy 8 phones for the day. We ended up getting stood up by 2 separate sellers, which is like unheard of in this. You said that's never really happened to you at all. Yeah. It's very rare. It's literally me doing exactly what I tell people not to do. It was just us trying to rush to some phones, but it happens. At least now we could show them what not to do. Because honestly, I couldn't relate. Everyone was concerned about scams, and today's the first day I really saw any signs of what a scam would look like, because I normally have a pretty good BS radar. Yeah. But, you know, today got lost in the sauce, got a little too excited about just trying to get as many phones for this video as possible. So yeah, we did pretty good. I guess there is kind of a lesson there to not try to rush profit. Once again, if you see a deal that seems too good to be true, most of the time it is, and in this case, we did kind of get burned. The problem is they weren't too good to be true. The problem was we were just rushing, and like, do your due diligence would be the better thing. It's literally just like, check their profile, check their ratings, make sure they're a real person. Like, all the things you should do before you meet up with a stranger, we didn't do. The good news is, I will say, we tried to meet up at a police station. So if we met up with these people, we did all the things to keep ourselves safe, but we did kind of waste our time. But either way, we're finishing off this video with 6 phones bought. I'm going to throw up the total profit on the screen right now. Wow. If you guys enjoyed it, you can actually check out Christian's channel, who we started after we made that first video. And his channel is all about selling iPhones and this entire business. So
but I thought he just bought phones.
Thanks for watching this video.
They ain't selling none, did it? I'm confused. I don't fucking know. That's it for this video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, drop that in the comment what y'all want to see next. Goddamn, I'm fucked y'all, big brr.